Shashank Singh is a name that we're all talking about as, that Punjab would be well advised to just get him to agree. But I think Shashank Singh should reject it and go into the auction and have a real good payday.
No, I think, but there's something to be... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, I was just saying there's something to be said for kind of also sticking with a franchise that's given you a chance. So I wonder whether someone like Shashank Singh would consider that, Tom, that even though he could go maybe for more than 4 CR, does he want to stay at Punjab because that's a team that's given him a chance? He knows he will get in the 11 there. Is that something he'll consider?
Oh, it'd be definitely something that he would consider, but I'm sure he'd be advised to probably go into the auction because, he's a player that, as Ronak quite rightly said a couple of minutes ago, with 10 franchises now, players like this, you get 2 or 3 teams that suddenly think, wow, the way that he can finish games for you, he's a perfect fit at number 6 for us. So, you can double 4. You'd think he'd get 8 if he went into the main auction.
So I was discussing this with a franchise and this exact name. And does anyone remember 2021 mega auction when the lists were they mixed when they came out, the player sets, uncapped and capped?
What do you mean by mixed?
In the sense like
you did have a set of
the order
uncapped players
of
which came before the later capped sets.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
that
Shashank will be part of, you would expect the top uncapped list. So I say that because the money available to franchises will obviously influence them to bid how much they bid. I still feel he is in the 6 crore category. I don't think anyone is going to break the bank for him. So so you would think like it's between 4 and 6, and then it's left to the player if like the relationship is built with
the Indian middle order finisher is a rare thing, and someone who's proven it who's at least had one good season. It's only the one good season or the one breakthrough season, and therefore it's an interesting one. But okay, let's leave Shashank out there. Anyone else in that? Now they don't have Shikhar. Dhawan is obviously retired. Sam Curran we think might be a captaincy option, but is he worth retaining at 18 to then build around? I think that's a question. There aren't a lot of players screaming here for retention other than Arshdeep Singh, and there's of course Rabada
and Jitesh Sharma.
Jitesh at 14, 11,
and
18.
And a resurgent Liam Livingston, who's been good for them and is now really having his best year in international cricket. And the question I have is, while none of them scream out as 18 crore options, I want to throw what you guys discussed for Sunrisers. Is there a case to pick 3 of these players, which is a total pool of 43, 18, 14, 11, and then split those figures between them? I mean, you shell out 43 for these 3 players and maybe no one's worth 18, but you can balance it out as a 15, 13 between a Curran, Arshdeep, Livingston. Is that something you'd consider?
My personal, when I look at this squad, my personal take on it would be I would put everyone in the auction except for 2 uncapped players. And that would be Shashank if he accepted, and Harpreet Brar.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's a lot of questions on Harpreet Brar. Yeah,
they're the 2 that I'd lock in at 4 crore, and then the rest I would gamble to get into the auction. And if Arshdeep goes above 18, well, okay, I'm happy to pay whatever it is to supplement, to get him back. But the others, whether it be Rabada, Sam Curran, Jitesh, I'm sure I'll be able to get cheaper by doing it through the right to match in the auction, or just buy them in the auction against retaining them at the prices that are set out.
Yeah, there's also Ashutosh Sharma has pointed out here. So there are quite a few. So there are quite a few nice, but you can only retain a max of 2 uncapped. So just pointing that out. And the player also has the final call. He can say no and go into the auction. So there are those 2 things you got to keep in mind.
Yeah, I'm with Tom on that. 2 uncapped, and the skill sets they have are good, and then the rest of the guys are not ever going to go for.
Let's talk Arshdeep Singh here. I'm very keen to talk Arshdeep Singh and whether he is a player at this point who's actually worth your sole retention at 18.
So this is the thing that, as we were discussing with CSK, you'll have, say, somebody like a Pathirana maybe going into the auction. It's likely someone like a Mitch Stark might be in the auction. I think there'll be quite a few marquee fast bowlers in the auction. So then that changes your valuation of your star fast bowler, right? Because you know that he's not one of a kind. Maybe there are other marquee fast bowlers in the auction, which means other teams might be going for them. Like a KKR might be focused on getting Stark back. And so you could get Arshdeep for less than 18. As Tom said, you can kind of write it off that in the case that he goes for more than that amount, you are still willing to pay it.
Yeah, let's also point out the new head coach, of course, and Ricky Ponting may or may not want to name a captain before the auction. So perhaps the importance of retaining a Sam Curran is not like it is for Pat Cummins and SRH. So there's that aspect to put down as well. Maybe he has different plans. Kagiso Rabada is the other one, world-class bowler, but is he worth 18, 14? So I guess we're all in agreement here that Shashank Singh and possibly Harpreet Brar. If one of them rejects, you also have Ashutosh or Prabsimran as options. But 2 uncapped retainees at 8 crore and go into the auction with 112 crore and as many as 4 RTMs. Tom will be back in a second, but I think that's what we're going with, guys.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, Tom, you go with that? 2 uncapped, 8 crore, 112 crore, big advantage.
That makes perfect sense to me. You've got a new coach, a high-profile coach. He'll want to put his own stamp on this team. And I'm sure you'll be able to get your combination of players back that you want out of the existing squad underneath the budget of what would be if you retain them.
And I think Punjab did that already once in 2017 when they retained only one guy, Akshar Patel.
Yeah, they had only Akshar, yeah.
Akshar 12 crore or something, I feel. So they know.
I think
they usually go into auction with big purse.
Yes.
Arshdeep and Jadesh the longest time were uncapped.
So I think they will go with a big purse again. So yeah, this works, 2 uncapped.